This is CCNA. I'm Ryan. Right now we're going to look at troubleshooting. What do you do when things go sideways? We're going to look at an overview of the steps that are involved in coming up with a solution. To start out with, we'll look at the simplified stages. With gathering symptoms, you're talking to the customer and getting the what, when, and where of the issue they're having, or you're reading the trouble ticket or group of trouble tickets that you might think are related. In isolating the problem, you're taking what the customer or the trouble ticket says and comparing it to the current state of the network. You'll apply your structured troubleshooting method here. For instance, a bottom-up approach if you think that there's some problem with the physical network. In implementing corrective action, ideally you have a non-production network that you can test your proposed solution out on beforehand. But regardless, you're likely going to have to get approval before you make any major changes to the network. To conclude, you're going to verify that the problem was fixed and document it. This may be in the form of filling out the trouble ticket or possibly some configuration spec if the change that you made needs to be implemented across a wider area. Cisco breaks these steps down further, and if we look at the gray boxes, they represent the steps that you would go through to isolate the problem, and the blue boxes represent implementing the corrective action. Depending on the organization, you may define the problem and hand it off to somebody else. If you do this, make sure you follow up and see that it gets done. Of course, the view from the outside may be considerably more cynical. Try to avoid doing the things in the red boxes. For example, someone comes to you, the internet is broken. What is the troubleshooting stage? Defining the problem. Get the what, when, and where from that person. Since it's a network connectivity issue, you opt for a bottom-up approach. What is the troubleshooting stage? Gathering information and analyzing information. Use tools like ping and traceroute to determine the break in connectivity. In conclusion, stay cool and systematically go through troubleshooting steps to solve the problem. Good luck!